Hey everyone, for those of you just joining in, we want to give you some backstory. We bought Alivo in Marina del Rey, a really cute nook in the craziness of Los Angeles. After 7 months of hard work, we took off October 16th across to Rippers Cove on Catalina Island. After a few beautiful nights, the anchorage got way too rolly, and so we headed out to Long Beach, where we sailed through the night. There we hopped down the coast, stopping in Newport Beach for a few days, then to Dana Point, and then to where we have been living and working hard to save for this dream the last few years, Oceanside. We are currently bobbing around anchorages in San Diego, waiting for a new head sail, and our goal is to sail south on December 9th to Ensenada to check into Mexico, where we will be cruising around, surfing, and enjoying before crossing the Pacific Ocean to the French Polynesian Islands. Things that you buy when living on a boat. Call me, beat me, I'm out in the middle of the ocean, I don't have a phone, we're gonna pretend a phone. Just kidding, can anyone guess what this is? Is it a phone? Or did Connor buy it so when I go clean the bottom of the boat, suction cup, so I can hold on to something. But I kind of like this because this one I could never open. So, oh, it didn't work. Let's see if this will work.
Return it.
Return it. Another idea I think he had was to have this in the shower. If the seas get rough, then you have like a handle to hold on to.
How about?
But I always just sit in the shower.
On the mast.
It's stuck. Today, while Connor continues his projects, Malvina's gonna go do laundry because in Glorietta Bay, it's a little bit closer to the laundromat than it is to San Diego. And so, especially our sheets on our bed, it's just nice to refresh and feel like you're in clean sheets. Plus those other little things we just threw in. And I got this. Got this on Amazon, this cool little backpack. You can put all your laundry in there. I'm gonna look like a little backpacker in town, but has this nice pocket in front where I put my laundry detergent and my book. And Connor's gonna drop me off on the dinghy as close as we can.
We can get a lot closer, cuts half the walk down, so.
Thanks, babe.
Good.
Woohoo! Let's do it.
All right.
We may be a little poorer today, but on the bright side, we are also gonna be faster. Check it out. We have been looking the past year for one of these, but trying to find not a brand new one. A used one, but most used ones are broken. Can you guess what it would be? Downwind sailing. What could help us sail just a little bit faster that could get us into an anchorage maybe a day or two potentially earlier? If you haven't guessed yet, spinnaker pole! Well, technically it's a whisker pole. Okay. That was quite the adventure of just getting it off the dinghy and onto the boat. But step one, it's on the boat. We just tied it off here for now, and I don't know if Connor has shown you this. We also splurged on something else. Because, you know, we have one outboard and we have another outboard. And so why not have 3 outboards? Just kidding. We're now going to sell our first and second one because we just came across a Yamaha 15 horsepower 2-stroke. This thing is so light, and we are informed that is the ultimate cruiser outboard. So we are so pumped to have this. So now we can get rid of our other outboard. So who needs a new outboard? We got you. Look at that beautiful sunset.
Cheers.
Cheers. And then our friends that we met yesterday, Gary and Amber, and their boat's right there cruising. They just invited us over for a barbecue, so we're super excited. We're gonna cruise on over there now that we've tackled our spinnaker pole situation. What do you have to say about the spinnaker pole?
I'm freaking excited.
Whisker pole, sorry.
Whisker pole. This thing is beefy. that's about as good as we could have possibly hoped for. He's given us a really good price on it, I think. I haven't paid him yet. And I think it's gonna fit perfectly up the mast. So that's pretty nice.
Gymnast.
Yeah.
Gymnast
I
here.
got it.
Watch out, Olympics.
Alive Olympics.
Look at the Christmas lights. It definitely feels like Christmas because it's just getting so cold.
Well, we're stoked because we got the two-stroke Enduro Yamaha. This guy right here, the 15 horse, which supposedly are very hard to come by, and just kind of going through it before I throw it on the dinghy. And so I decided to change the lower unit oil here, and the first thing I saw was just water coming out of it, and then now some super black sludgy oil. It broke a few bits trying to get that plug out. Had this little cool bit that actually fit in there perfect, but it just snapped the sides off. Yeah, had to use the kind of fatter impact wrench screwdriver with that big fat guy on my little M12. Yeah, that's not good news. I'm a little bit worried. Hopefully they didn't run it for too long like that, but it looks like they may have. Yeah, I already had a Yamaha before this, and it turns out to be the right O-rings for these plugs. Looks like they may have used some alternative ones that just didn't really hold the seal and just let a bunch of water into that lower unit there. This is always submerged underwater, so it really needs to be the proper seal in there. And look at that gross stuff that's coming out of there.
We put our outboard on hold, for we were super excited when Tim from Doyle Sails came onto Alivo to work with Connor on customizing our new head sail. Another glorious day on Alivo. Tim came out this morning, measured up the sail for our custom new sail. We're super excited. And when we were in Glorietta Bay this past weekend, we met this amazing couple, Gary and Amber. They're on their, what is it? Their boat? 54-foot Genoa? And called Cruisin'. I think their last name is Gary and Amber Cruisin'. So they have a few things for us that we're gonna try to pick up today, like the life raft mount, or Connor calls it the life raft. Cradle. And Connor was gonna make one himself, but Gary has one that's adjustable. So we're gonna go across San Diego Bay. We'll see how long this takes. It's a big bay. It might take us like 30 minutes to get there, but we are on our trusty dinghy Shadow, and here we go. Vroom vroom. On a mission.
The bridge?
I don't know. What do you think, guys? We're kind of close. Done. Here we go. Tuck your head.
Just barely.
Entering Safe Harbor Marina. We have made it to Gary and Amber Cruisin's boat. I'm gonna just say Cruisin's. The Cruisins!
Hi guys!
Look at this all these toys here. Connor's in his happy place trying to figure out where all this goes. What is this? So boys being boys.
What is this stuff, guys? Anyone knows, let us know.
Please, that's it.
And off over here, Gary gave us this mount. Perfect for the life raft. Look at that. Beautiful boat. 54.
54, yeah. 40 DS.
Amazing.
And we will make our way to Portugal. Maybe see you guys in 4 years when you get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, every few months we'll just be like, hey, where are you guys? Come on, finish up the project. Let's go.
I got lost in the Caribbean, sorry.
Yeah, we made a deal. They're gonna go down to Panama and then across to the Caribbean to the Mediterranean. We'll go west when they go east. We'll meet halfway. So technically combo teamwork is full circumnavigation. Gary had a bucket of spare parts from his boat as well as some pieces of rigger left behind. It was a sailor's treasure chest. We were all excited to figure it all out. Hello, hello.
Captain Kiki.
Hi, Kiki. What are we celebrating?
We are celebrating our new friends that are going to leave us soon and we're super sad. But let's have a mimosa today, yeah?
But
yeah.
Do be careful because we did just bring that on the dinghy through some choppy water. Yay! We're not leaving yet, but every day's a good chance to celebrate. I am a pumpkin. How festive am I?
We will see you guys day after Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Oh my god, there's so much poop on it. Oh my gosh. That was so much fun.
Such a great group of friends we've made so far.
Feeling so blessed with this sailing community we just met and had an amazing dinner with them again. They just literally spoiled us. Thank you so much, guys. That's 2 amazing dinners. We owe you for sure. And now, bundling up. I got 3 layers on. I don't know how he's doing this in just a long sleeve and just this jacket. But off to race home across San Diego Bay.
Like 5 miles an hour,
Top of the morning to everyone. A lot happening here on Alivo this morning. We got the generator going. We're gonna boost up those batteries, even though the solar, Connor flipped these up. And we got that solar coming in. And thank you for those that commented. If you do not know, a while ago, I lubed up all the port lights and hatches with petroleum jelly. And a lot of people were like, no, don't do that. So we researched it some more and someone recommended premium dielectric grease. So don't you worry, I got all that petroleum jelly off everywhere I put it on. Just finished getting all of them with this, so hopefully that helps. Thank you all of those that leave your comments and give us all these amazing tips, because we don't want you guys to think we're super experienced sailors. We don't know half the time what we're doing, but we're trying to figure it out. We want to share with you all the experimentation that goes into the process of figuring it out. And we definitely don't always do it right. I'm really fortunate that you guys send your comments. We get your comments. I super am pumped to see that we can put it into process, initiate it, and change our course so we can be on the right track. Now that we're done with this, we got our pulley system Connor is setting up because we got the new Enduro 15. We are gonna test out. We're gonna take the 20 off and put it there. And so we got a whole system. It's a little shuffling this morning because we have 3 outboards and only 2 mounts. Exciting moment for Team Alivo. We got the Enduro 15 on shadow.
Now it's time to mix this gas. You have to mix 2-stroke gasoline with 2-stroke oil. Regular gasoline with 2-stroke oil.
All right, here we go.
All right. So we have 3 gallons of fuel in here to the max fill level, I'm sure, is what they're talking about. So it's a little bit of a precision measurement. It doesn't have to be super precise down to the milliliter, but it is a 50-to-1 fuel to oil. Don't do 50 parts oil, 1 part fuel. Just gonna fill this tank all the way up, and then we'll measure out our oil, 2-stroke oil, and dump it in there, shake it around. Kind of worrisome part is this is all straight unlubed fuel in here. So I gotta figure out some way to get the fuel that's out of this bulb and everything out of there. I believe this is a little locking mechanism, so it's not just going to pump out, or I would just prime it out and kind of cycle it. But yeah, maybe I'll rig something up to release that so it'll pump out.
And so yeah, we're doing a really big test because we are fully committing with this plan to the 15 Enduro. And what that does is the other 2 outboards, this gas can or tank will not be able to work with these. So that's why we're trying to sell these. So why are you nervous about mixing this up?
When I was a kid, they just come out with those little pocket bikes. I was like a freshman in high school, I think, or maybe I was a little bit older and had finally saved up enough money to buy something, and these little pocket bikes were like $300, little Chinese miniature like race bikes. I ended up putting in some weed whacker 2-stroke oil for the 2-stroke mix, and shortly after that the whole engine seized up on me. So the cylinder basically got stuck in, or the piston got stuck inside the cylinder. So obviously I didn't either I didn't break it in properly, or I didn't use the right oil, or I didn't mix enough oil in there. I got my calculation wrong. So now I haven't really had too many 2-strokes other than that little guy. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking every time I'm getting used to the new one. So hopefully I did this right. I double-checked, triple-checked my measurements actually, but then I spilled some. So, how much more do I have? Sit up.
We're prepping for him to get used to doing laundry.
Yeah. With the tumble cycle. Take cycle.
Now spin.
Well, I was trying to figure out a little way to keep this open so that I could prime all the unmixed fuel out of there. And then I remembered that I have a whole extra fuel line set up. And this black fuel line, kind of every time you handle it, it gets your hands black. So it's not great. This one is actually rated for like outdoor UV exposure. So it's got this little gray sleeve over it too. So I picked this up a while ago. Just hadn't gotten around to doing it. So we're putting a new motor on there. Let's just put a new hose on there too, and then we won't get all mucked up every time we want to touch this thing. Yeah, so that one is a little bit more simple than this one too. This one has like this little whatever valve on there. It kind of holds it on there, but this one actually looks pretty freaking nice. And that one was from Jason when I bought the Tohatsu, because he figured there might have been an issue with that. And then this one will just go on there like a little air compressor fitting, like that, which is nice. And also this has a little valve in it, so it doesn't, it won't release ever. I just tried to blow through it to make sure there's nothing coming out of there until this little pin hits that ball in and releases it, opens it. So that should be good, and then we can kind of shorten up this line a little bit and not have just a huge fuel line on the dinghy, which will be nice. Keep it a little less cluttered.
The moment of truth.
Fuel filter, fuel line right now. It hasn't ran for quite some time, I think, so.
Woo!
Reverse work.
That is a happy boy right there. He's been looking for a 15 horsepower Enduro 2-stroke motor. They apparently are rare, and when you do find them, they're very expensive. So finding this one for such a great price, he is on another level. Now we got to get rid of the other two. Is that better?
Way better.
All right. This is Connor. He just likes to park like that. Crash. Bye. Rainy day activities, but it's not rainy.
It's arts and crafts time. So we decided to make a soft shackle. I'm going to try and do a soft shackle so we can attach it to kind of the end of the boom and then make a preventer out of that. We need to learn how to do this skill anyways, so we're going to give it a whirl. We made one soft shackle, but the guy was using like 1/4-inch line, and we did his same measurements, and we got 1/2-inch line. It turned out looking a little funny and a little short, and we weren't really able to tie this diamond knot properly because of it, but I think, you know, it'll hold for light stuff. We're not going to put anything serious on this one. Now, so we're going to try and do a 21-inch soft shackle, so it can go around the entire boom, and then we can attach a line to that and then up to the bow of the boat. 102 inches for this 21-inch soft shackle.
And we have 112 here, but
yeah,
perfect.
we got a little bit extra so we can tie a good knot with this. The guy we just watched on YouTube said that the tighter this is, the stronger the whole soft shackle is, and he had a little tip to where you take the end of this, tie another knot in there, and then cinch it down and get it really tight using a winch or something like that. So
we want the extra to be able to use the winch to tie the diamond knot nice and tight.
So we got our first pass-through. This is a really complicated one, guys.
All right, next
After
up.
that, we're going to do another pass-through, 8 inches down from this. So you're just going to insert this end into the fid, and we just spread that out like that, and then we shove it through there, and try to make it through the entire line. Don't go through like little pieces of it. We pull it through. And now we have our first crossover. And we'll see where we go from here.
So Connor's been having some neck problems, and it's probably because of this. So let's go to starting position.
I've been doing too much research.
So do your neck exercises. And where's your phone? So your neck can see. Now bring your phone up. There you go. Now do your research. Gotta keep your neck safe. There's our eye, and then we crossed.
That's called a Bremel splice.
And then we did it again here. So this one went through this section, and then this one went through the next section, so then it locks in place, and then Connor's now bearing it through. So
Chinese finger cuffs and such. Pretty neat.
we had to watch a lot of YouTubes and read a lot of articles. I think we did it. Shabam!
So basically that should fit around the boom pretty perfectly, and we should be able to use that as a preventer.
Another night here at A9. Just making the most of our time here. We wouldn't be lying to say that it is a little frustrating. I definitely had a day where I'm so eager to go. I'm so ready to explore. We've worked so hard, and it feels like we took our first few big leaps, actually little steps, because we have not made it far at all. Very eager to get going, but I do believe we are making the right choice. You know, I'm starting to notice that as sailors, you constantly are making decisions, and you can have a lot of doubt, and we do believe that this is not a mistake waiting, even though it does eat our time in Mexico, because a friend of mine was going to fly into San Diego, pick up our sail when it was ready, and then fly down with it and meet us further down in Baja. But from a lot of the experienced sailors that have been on the water for 40 years or more, they all have told us, beware. Sometimes they tax you a little bit, and sometimes they can tax you 100%. And that's a lot of money. Our new sail was a hefty price tag, so to pay a additional tax would be heartbreaking. So I think we're making the right call, taking it all in and enjoying that city life before we head out down south into the desert of Baja. For now, we'll take this though. I have one last more thing I wanted to add. This anchorage, there's so many amazing benefits to it. I mean, we're very thankful that we're close enough to be able to, we're gonna rent a car for Thanksgiving and spend it with Connor's family. And I think my family is also going to join. So that's gonna be so exciting to see all of our family one more time. But what I am noticing, and something that's been hindering us from just getting off the boat and traveling around, is when you take your dinghy here in San Diego to the docks, there is a high likelihood that your gas can, outboard, or the dinghy, or the whole thing gets stolen. We've been hearing a lot about it, and sometimes theft, where people come onto your boats and take the jerry cans, and who knows, if you're gone for extended amount of time, like, we wouldn't want to come back to so many missing pieces onto the boat that we've been working so hard to build. So even going for Thanksgiving, we've been kind of worried to leave the boat. Be aware if you're a cruiser coming here, you know, lock up your dinghy. Be aware for that. It's a good anchorage, but it's hard to leave your boat just anchored and not like in a slip. So it's just a good excuse for everyone to have to come visit us here in San Diego. Okay, it's time. Good night. If you love watching our videos and feel like contributing to our journey, here's our Venmo. Whether it's buying us a beer, maybe a honeymoon gift, or helping to contribute to beautifying Alivo, all donations are truly appreciated and not taken lightly. Blessings, y'all, and thanks for watching.